welcome to Sway TV, a show created for the youth, by the youth. I'm Precious Taylor, and today we are interviewing aspiring actor, fashion brand designer, and senior at DePaul University, Nosakhere A. Thank you for coming out. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. Let's kick things off with asking, when did you start acting and what made you get into it?
I think I started acting, my first play was in the 4th grade. And I think it was The Wizard of Oz, and I was in the Lollipop Guild. It was like a real trash part. And then, I don't know, I just enjoyed like performing, and like I was in a dance troupe, an African dance troupe when I was a shorty, you know. I was like 2 years old, banging on the drum on stage, and like I was just loving the feeling of, you know, just performance. Like it's something about people watching me. I guess that sounds a little selfish, but I just really enjoy the feeling that I get. So that first taste of theater, and then, you know, I found that like, unbeknownst to me, I guess people actually like watching me do stuff. So you know, I kept going, and then in high school it just kind of like, you know, took off as like a real like passion, and from there it's, I guess, history.
How was it being in acting in college versus high school?
Oh, man, it's a whole different level. It's like a whole different ball game. I think for DePaul, it's a program where you have to audition. So, you know, it's a lot of kids that audition for the program that are like really serious about what they do, and they take their work like super duper serious. And I mean, it's just like competing at a different level. I guess it's the same as like balling in high school and then like going to college and realizing like it's some bigger dudes than you know what I'm saying, who could do like better stuff, or it's like smaller dudes than you that could do better stuff. Like it's just kind of just going up to the next level. And you know, I guess that was a moment when like I stopped doing it as a hobby and understood that like this is a possible profession that could like really take off in the future. Cause I don't know if y'all be looking at pay stubs for people who be in movies, but it get ridiculous.
Yeah. What are your goals with acting?
My goals with acting are to kind of, first off, build up revenue so that I could start financing projects that I want to do personally, in terms of pursuing scripts that I'm into, or just producing my own work. And I mean, that's like the main goal, but I also want to kind of just be able to use my platform and like influencing culture for like the better good of like the community, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many people that are looking up to actors and rappers and like all this other stuff, and like some of them just really aren't good role models, you know? And I just want to be somebody who like has their hand in, you know, like society, and like, you know, kind of just advocates for like the people that have, you know, a little bit of wealth, you know what I'm saying? Because I just feel personally the way that our country is right now with the police, and the way that, you know, this election just panned out, I don't think there's enough of a social consciousness, a social awareness of like what's actually going on behind closed doors. And, you know, it's also a case of like people not asking the right questions. So kind of just trying to like bring that stuff to light, because, you know, that's the only way that they're going to be real like social shifts.
What kind of clothes do you design, and what is the name of your brand?
I design streetwear for the culture, and the name of my brand is The Creator's Way.
Are your clothes expensive, and how did you learn to design clothes?
I don't think my clothes are expensive. I'm definitely trying to work with my manufacturers and, you know, the people that help me kind of like with production, to bring down the cost after, you know, everything is said and done. Because I feel like that's kind of the biggest thing that impedes people from like wearing your stuff. And like when I started off, I kind of wanted the ability to have affordable clothing that, you know, still look good, because, you know, I find that, you know, not everybody could wear Gosha, not everybody could, you know, pop out with the Ferragamo belt, or, you know, whatever, the Bape hoodie, the Supreme. So I'm kind of just trying to give people like a new thing. And even inside of Chicago, you know, you got Leaders, Juggernaut, you got you know, DBM, if y'all are, you know, into the culture like that. And, you know, it's like $40 a t-shirt, and that to me is still kind of like taxing on clothes, because when you look at how much it costs to make something, it don't be nowhere near $40, especially at the quantities that they're making it. So like, you know, at that point it's like all about profit, and that's not necessarily the point of my business. Of course I do want to put money in my own pocket so that, you know, I could feed my eventual family and you know, stuff like that. But at the same time, I think that it's really important, if you want to raise social awareness, if you want to be active in your community, giving people who are like you the opportunity to like wear your own stuff.
Do you have any of your clothes with you?
I got a couple pieces. Let's see here. So this right here is gonna give you a little bit of an idea like what I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Cause this is the first piece that I came out with, right? I'm sorry, I'm getting a little loose hold on it, but so I was like really kind of inspired by the Bape full zip, you know what I'm saying? And like camo's like one of my favorite things, but you know, being from Chicago, you know, CTA is like a big part of, you know, getting around if you don't got no whip. So, you know, it's kind of like the heart of Chicago right here. And I kind of reimagined a little CTA design, but like what makes this so next level is that it's fully reversible, you know what I'm saying? So like, you could have like 2 hoodies in one. What else I got here? This is like a little deep fun bag of tricks right here. So I also got this. This is I like to call this the Lil Boat hoodie after Bro Got Yachty. And you know, it's kind of something that came to me through my beach experiences. Like my brothers and sisters were always lifeguards. So I spent a lot of time growing up on the beach, and you know, I love the water, so like, you know, nautical like stuff is like so dope to me. So that's kind of like the inspiration for that one. And then I made like a little Coach jacket with the same design on it to like kind of go with it. I'm not gonna lie, I made that jacket specifically for the Aqua 8s, for those Jordan fans out there, if y'all really know that. But there's a whole nother side to my kind of designing that so like I got like a streetwear brand, and I got a custom denim brand, which, you know, I run by myself as well. And you know, it's kind of just like me adding small details to, you know, denim. Like it's not like I'm getting my own cuts of jeans in, but you know, people like give me jeans and I spruce them up. So I don't know, this is a pair of Selvages, Naked and Famous, and you know, I did the zippers. All of this is hand sewn too, by the way. So you know, there's like Spider-Man behind this little, you know, you dig. Like it's just a whole bunch of like little details that kind of come together to like make the bigger picture. Here's a pair of white jeans. They white, so you know they get dirty. Shoot. And this is a little bit more of a creative kind of palette, but you know, I dyed these myself, so you know, I was kind of playing with just like changing the color of the denim and stuff. And then I also like collaborate with people too, like, you know, the canvas that's on both of these pairs are you know, done by a local artist that's, you know, a pretty dear friend of mine. And you know, it's just like really cool being able to you know, incorporate somebody else's art with yours, and kind of just come together with a whole little new experience that like ain't nobody ever seen before. Maybe y'all have seen it, I just don't know about it. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit of a catalog that I brought. Also, this is mine too. It's like some exclusive. I'm probably only gonna make 2 more of these and then ship them all to my other rapper friends.
Great. Who inspires you to follow your dream?
I'm gonna answer this one selfishly and just say myself. I mean, I just wake up every day not content with being in the same spot, you know, and I feel like I'm not trying to take that 9-to-5 route, and I'm not trying to sell drugs. I'm not trying to, you know, crack cars. I'm not that type of guy. So this is like how I see myself supporting myself for, you know, the next like 20, 30 years, and then, you know, hopefully after that I don't even got to worry about eating no more. But you know, it's just, I look at the people around me, people that have come from the same place as me, because I grew up in South Shore, and you know, I just witnessed how other people like get down, you know what I'm saying, be it like with the money, be it with whatever living situation they in, and then they stay down and they never want to pick themselves up out that hole. And you know, that's how people just like stay in the same spot for their whole life, and you know, be working a 9 to 5, basically paying for their coffin. Like I was never interested in that life. I never wanted to be that guy. And I'm also kind of into the lavish things in life. You know, I like travel, and you know, it just seemed like this is one of the professions that like allows for that. You know, also being yourself too. Like that's so important. People don't even know that.
Right. What advice do you have for any teens looking to pursue their dreams and go to college?
My advice is if you're going to do something, put your everything into it. Don't waste your time and don't waste your money. College is not a place to go make friends and hang around campus and go to the rec hall and go to the gym and all that. I mean, at the brass tacks of it, it's class. You know what I'm saying? So like you gotta know what you want to do, and you gotta know like what you gotta do to do what you gotta do. I don't know, that's like a roundabout way of saying that, but like I mean that's just the honest truth of it. Like there's so many people that go to college and like just be tweaking with their grades or you know going to class or whatever, because it's not somebody that's shuttling you from class to class. Ain't no hall monitors making sure that you going or none of that. Like you're literally on your own, and your teachers treat you like you're on your own. So if you show up to class, it's cool. If you don't, it's cool, but your grade gonna suffer. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like knowing what you want to do and really sticking to your guns with that, but like doing it 100%. Like because also what you put in is what you get out. That's something that I learned from life. And if you walk through kind of not putting your best foot forward, that's the kind of light people are gonna see you in. But if you always trying your hardest, people gonna acknowledge that. And then like when it come time for a job, when it come time for you know some project that somebody working on, you're gonna be the first one they call because they understand your work ethic and they know that that's there, and they know they ain't never gonna have to worry about you not putting your best foot forward.
Right. Well, thank you so much for your time and sharing with us. That's all the time we have for today. I'm Precious Taylor, and this has been Sway TV, a show created for you, by you, and have a great evening.